I got a few problems here with my Chevy Cavalier 99, and one of them is not that I have a Chevy Cavalier 99, but the blower only works on the high setting, and I'm told that that's a blower motor resistor, and it's accessed under there somewhere. So I have one of those ordered, and I'm going to replace that to see if that fixes the problem. I also have a real whiny noise when I turn, so I'm going to check power steering fluid and the power steering pump. And I also have a scraping, kind of like a fluttering scraping noise on the front passenger side, I believe. It's not like a consistent scrape, but it's like every time I turn when I'm in motion, you hear the scraping, kind of a jumpy noise. So I was told to jack up the whole car and rattle the tire top to bottom, not left to right, top to bottom, to see if there's any play. And there may be a bad wheel bearing or something. So those are the methods of troubleshooting, and I'll pick up in a few minutes. I got the old blower motor resistor out, and I swear it's almost not even worth it for turn your heat on and let it go full blast, and that's just fine because the screw is pointed against the interior firewall and it's really hard to get to. But what I discovered is that this is the old one. I don't know how well you can see, but it does look kind of bubbled and corroded. Pretty bad shape. So hopefully that's exactly what it's gonna do, is fix that problem. And here's the new one. They've gotten wise and put a plastic covering over them, and I have no idea what blower motor resistor is, but let's just say my guess is that you get power to your motor and it blows, and you don't have power and it doesn't blow. But this little thing introduces resistance to the system, so the 3 is 75% and 2 is 50% and 1 is 20%, 25%, I don't know. Makes sense to me, and it sounds like what they're talking about. So the point being, if it's not working, you're still going to get power to your blower motor, I assume. So it may not be worth doing, because this was a... So let me show you where we were looking, right behind that big blower casing. And what you do is kind of go up and around like this. See if I can't drop it down. Can you see? There. Can you see that? That is where the blower motor resistor goes. And what you're better off doing is I took a Allen wrench and pulled at the connector first and disconnected it, because that was in the way of the second screw. So you're better off... Oh, is that upside down? You guys never watch my videos.
I'm just going to put these inside there, okay?
Yep. Well, you saw it wrong. So you're going to ask yourself, when you're putting those screws back in, do I even need to put this resistor back into that hole and screw it in? You just plug it in and go, and I'm not going to answer that question for you. But, you know, surprisingly the screws went in a lot easier than they came out. And we have full 25, I don't know. And while I was out, I also picked up some fuses because I blew a fuse before and I switched out my horn with something else because I didn't need my horn, but I'm looking to get some more use out of it in the future, so I picked up some fuses and I'm going to fix that. Right here, this is horn. That top row of the blue, the one on the right says horn. 15 amp. I was going to drop that in there. Oh, damn it. I asked the guy at Napa,
You want some batteries out of the...
do I do the smaller one or the big one? He said the big one. So I guess I'm not getting a horn tonight. I have to see if they fit the fan, and if they fit the fan I'll keep them, but if not, what else? Horn, left headlamp, right headlamp, airbag. Yeah, that's coming out. I was also getting a whirring noise with when I turned my car on and then making the turn, and I noticed I had no power steering fluid, so I poured probably like a quart in, and apparently it was too much because, well, just because, that's why. So I gotta take out that much. Boop, boop. So just siphoning off a little bit here. It's moving slowly, but I don't really know any better way to do it. Oh, that's gonna be slow. Now I'm gonna have to be looking for the comments of the video, or somebody say, hey, there's a release valve underneath. Well, I don't know these things. Now, I was getting that scrape noise, and somebody said jack it up and see if there's any play vertically in the tire, and there's not. So somebody at the Napa told me that, or unnamed auto parts store told me that's not necessarily indicative, so I'm going to take the tire off and see if there's anything that looks worn or broken, or looks out of place to a website designer, and we'll go from there.